Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is about new releases for 2020. Some of them won't be for the new releases, but it's gonna be new for me. I'll start with the skincare because this is mostly the part that I'm more interested in, and I'm always curious about new releases for skincare because the technology is advancing and they always find something new, something progressive. So that part is like that aspect of the beauty is really something I am more interested in. So Estee Lauder caught my eye this time. They released the new serum that kind of a new version of the serum that they already had. The picture I'm gonna put here. Before they had, I'll be read aloud because there's something I don't have at hand. Before they had the Rapid Firm and Lift treatment, which I didn't really need it, but this one, the Rapid Brightening Treatment, Ferment plus Vitamin C, is something that I'm really interested in. It targets dark spots, sunspots, age spots, and acne marks. This is pretty much something you don't need to have those to think that this serum could suit you, because it's also a preventing part. And living in Barcelona, most of the time I'm exposed to the sun, even in a mild version, but there's still the sun rays, and I do believe that my skin, especially because I'm light, it needs some protection, and that this serum feels like a full house serum for me because it has a vitamin C, which I use separately, but I have on like a vitamin C and ferulic acid serum, but this one has kind of the complex of different ingredients that particularly targets the sunspots, age spot, acne marks, which we all one way or the other have. So I'm very, very curious to try. Now, another skin product by Estee Lauder. I don't think it was released. Yes, I think it was released in the beginning in January of 2020. Is Micro Essence Skin Activating Treatment Lotion Fresh with Sakura Ferment. Now, again, ferment. Everywhere there is a ferment, for me, it's like, okay, this is something I need to try. And I have to say that I already have the Essence kind of a toner with the reddish ferment, and I have to say it's soothing to the skin, it's moisturizing, and most of the time, even they say that if you use the essence with the ferment and your skin is not exactly too dry, you actually can leave it without putting any moisturizers on top because it's already hydrating enough. And essences, they really get in the deepest layers of your skin. So basically, for the days when your skin doesn't need extra moisture, or it's not winter, let's say summertime, like for instance, I have normal skin, and in summertime I use very light textured creams or essences, and for me, essence that hydrates deep into my skin would be almost enough. So, and yeah, and the bottle is like precious, so and the third product by Estee Lauder, yes, I really kind of attacked Estee Lauder this time because I don't know, I love this brand, and I use their products from time to time, especially their Night Rescue Serum, the most popular ones. And then I stopped sometimes, but now again got very interested in Estee Lauder products. Now they released the new foundation, which infused with the hyaluronic acid, with iron charged water, chia seed extracts, and also it has a soothing probiotic technology. I mean, seriously, it's something to think about. I mean, I know that it's very glowy, it's very dewy, and if you have an oily skin, you probably find it very challenging for you. But I'm very interested in it. I love makeup that has also skin properties to it. I know it's more expensive, and most of the time it's only high-end makeup that has that kind of like skincare benefits. But yeah, we're talking about Estee Lauder here, so they really put enough, like a lot of skincare benefits into this foundation. That's why I'm so curious about it. What else it has? It has 20 shades and it's around 36-37 euros, which is fine. I guess all the foundations more or less cost the same. Well, unless it's Sisley or Guerlain. So now, yeah, it's called Futuristic Hydra Rescue Moisturizing Makeup, and it has SPF 45, which is great. I don't know if unless I just dab on it a little bit. I normally, if my foundation has SPF 45, let's say, or 30, I wouldn't put separate SPF for myself. I know a lot of people, most of the time, they say no, it doesn't count, you have to put a special SPF. To me, I find it enough, because if I really put this foundation all over my face, I feel like I already completed the task, but it's only my opinion. I'm not talking that nobody's going to the beach with foundation. I mean, if you're just going a little bit in the city or driving in the car, I really think that's enough. But that's my personal opinion. Honestly, don't take my word for it. Think what you need and what country you live in, so it depends on what skin you have. Now, another skin kind of a product is by Lancome that, I love mist, facial mist. It's my weak spot. I love everything that has a rose scent. So Lancome Rose Milk Mist, soothing hydrating mist with a hyaluronic acid and rose water. Nothing to add to this. It was released last year, 2019, sometime in summer. I missed on it. I've never heard of it. I don't know how. I'm not exactly a big follower of Lancome. So skincare, I don't exactly use anything from them. So that's why I missed on it. And I saw it actually recently, and I got interested about this. It's milk mist, it seems like, and it has hyaluronic acid, so supposedly very hydrating. So this is something that on the list for 2020, very soon. I want to get that, and a beautiful pink packaging. I mean, come on. So next is by Terry. This is one of those brands that kind of not talked a lot about, but it's exquisite brand. It's beautiful. The woman that created this brand was the beauty director for YSL for a long time. This is her who invented this touche éclat character. So I really trust her idea or her look at how beauty products should look like and be like. So she released this new hyaluronic Hydra foundation with SPF 30. It's supposed to plump your skin. It's supposed to make your skin look dewy. It's not that dewy as the Estee Lauder one, so I am in between two. I want to try two, and probably going to test two and choose one of these. I'm very curious about this foundation. The packaging is beautiful. I think it's glass packaging, so it has SPF 30, if I mentioned, and what else? And it has a vegan formula, if that's important for you. Another product by Terry, also, it was not released this year, but was released last year, in the end of last year, so it's almost this year, is their hyaluronic Hydra powder that comes, I think, in 3 shades. I'm probably gonna get the one with the pinkish shade to just brighten up my skin. It claims to mattify, hydrate, and blur. Has like a blurring effect, which I need a lot, especially in the summer. It's a loose powder, and right now why I'm interested in, because I'm about to finish my Givenchy loose powder that I absolutely loved, but it was a limited edition, the one that I had, and so I want to try the new one by Terry, and it's supposedly very light and just, you know, kind of glides on your skin. So the Chanel, I already got one product that I wanted, is nail polish by Chanel from the spring collection, and they also have a beautiful 5 shadows or 6 eyeshadows lacquer kind of liquid eyeshadows, and there's inspired by Desert Light, so it sounds very promising. I'm very curious about this liquid eyeshadows. I love liquid eyeshadows. They are beautiful, especially for summer, very easy to apply, light, useful. I don't know, for me liquid eyeshadows can look so refreshing. And yeah, and they're for spring collection, so I'm looking forward to trying those. Probably gonna get the rose quartz for summer, so yeah. Now Dior, I have 2 things from Dior that I'm looking forward to. First one is the kind of it was the old blush, but it was like this glow pink blush. Then they discontinued it, and it hasn't been on the market for a while, and now they got back again with the packaging of Dior backstage packaging, as you can see. Pink rosy glow, which I absolutely need to have. I don't know how I missed it before, but now I know that there's something I need, because it has the most pretty cool toned pink, which I really struggle to find for my skin tone. Everything looks a bit peachy on me. Even these cool toned blushes that look pretty cool toned in a pan, on me they kind of warm up in the end in a more to the peachy side. And this one, the only blush that I find looks quite like mauve pink on me, so good that they got back to making it again. The packaging is beautiful, very cool, and has a mirror I think inside, so it's great. And the last from Dior, and in general from the makeup, is the Dior Forever Skin Correct, that has concealer that has 28 shades, and it's around 28 euros, induced with wild pens extracts for smoothing and moisturizing effect. I really love to have like lipstick, lip balm that has something that basically like a skincare. Now it claims to be full, like has a full coverage, but I know I tested it in the shop. It slides very smoothly, and it's pretty thin when you work on your face. So, and it's great because I don't like anything that is too thick. These are my products that I have on my wish list. I hope to get them, and I will update you on them later in future months. Thank you very much for watching, and I see you next week. Bye bye.